Hey, my creative friends, we are going to try again. It's probably data, broadcasting from where I'm at because it's having a problem. And I started a minute ago, but then it just quit. So, and then I couldn't attach to any. So we'll just see what happens. We'll see where it goes. I was talking about before that I just had a little wrestling match with our boy. He just loves that, loves the physicality of it. And I talked to my daughter, Sam, in Idaho. She just moved into a new apartment, and so she has given me a little tour. So she's a newlywed, new baby coming in a few months. So it's just a time of life, and it's just exciting and wonderful for her. Okay, so for tonight, I got my mail for my subscription, and I forgot to get her name. It's Marion. Now, of course, I don't have it, but I signed up for the subscription to do every month, and it came today. So I'm just going to open it while we're talking. So first off, I got an email the other day that talked about, showed me all these people. I mean, she had a whole boatload of people on this email who were doing creative things and doing things for free, and you could join up and everything. It was just like really cool. Okay, so let's do this. Not cute. She sent me a little note. Shannon, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your March's pledge. I hope you enjoyed this parcel. I have to look up her name. Look at that. Is that not cute? Oh, you got to see the backside too. So the last one I got of this, let me just put this on. The last one I got of this, I decorated an envelope with this stuff. Oh, we're back. I think this is just the way that the connection is going to go. My connection must be terrible here tonight. So just open this up. This is little delightful. Let's just see this stuff. So this little bird is delightful. So I was telling you that I got, I decorated an envelope and sent to one of my nieces. I have like a cajillion nieces. So little, oh, excuse me. Good thing I'm social distancing so I didn't sneeze on anybody. Joan just sneezed my brains out. Cute. Let's see. I'm just so fun, so retro. These just remind me of retro. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty. So this is the subscription that I have this month. Oh, some more mushrooms. So what else did we get? It's kind of like surprise. I love these little surprises. So I got some little stickers. Ooh. With love, a little card. So like I said, I sent mine to my niece. Just a little envelope. A cute little idea for that. And then some washi tape. And I talked to my sisters who said she got the package. Because what I did was decorated the envelope with this stuff. And then what was left over, I put in the envelope so she could use it. Oh, and just all these little things. Kind of, these are a lot of things I wouldn't necessarily pick for myself, but I noticed when I was decorating the envelope last time that it was really fun to use things I don't normally use. So I really like that. She sent in some tea. So then So I'm going to decorate up the envelope for my niece and send her off a little thing. I sent her little postcards that I got. There's, for every month, there's this famous Swedish illustrator. I thought it was, I don't know. I think I was wrong about the illustrator. Carl Larson is who I thought it was, but it's not. I don't think that's it from the back of those. So anyways, so I was telling you about the email that I got that had all these lists of people who were doing all these great things for free. I signed up for a class today with Jeanine Oliver. And she offered a free class, and I started that. So everybody's doing all these cool, fun, free things in order to just help people move through our little self-imposed or government-imposed self-isolating. So as I was going, I got that email, and then I was going through my stories, came across my friend Amy Robinson Design, and she has a subscription that she does every month of party planning, and she is so clever that if you need party planning things, she has some digital downloads for $10 a month, and then she has a boatload of parties that she's put on her post that she does for her own family. But anyways, I was watching her stories on Instagram, and she was like, I can't believe all these things these people are putting online, and they're free and they're cool and everything else. And she goes, I can't do that. I am so unproductive. I can't do it. It's all I can do to do what we're doing. And it just made me think, I've seen these things, and, I thought, oh, should I do something? And then I thought, no, I can't add any more to my plate right now. So I was like, that's great. People are doing things. I don't want to do things any more than my live video. That's all I can do. Hey, Joan. And so, but I thought sometimes we're going to look at what other people do, and instead of being creative with our own life and deciding I want to do this, we're going to look at other people and think, oh, we need to do that, or oh, I need to do this, or these 3 people are doing it, so that must be the way to do it. And I think when we pull back like this, like we have time to slow down and pull back, that we should really look at who we are. And I've done several posts on that, looking at yourself, but then to just be okay with that. I am okay that I'm not doing any more free things or fun things or whatever. And I'm just going to enjoy other people's free fun things. And so you have to get to the point where you don't compare. This kills us all the time when we are comparing about what we do to somebody else's. This day that you've had so far today, it is not like anybody else's day. No one else's. Your last month, 5 months, year has not been any combination whatsoever of anybody else's day, month, 5 months, year. It's not been the same at all. So none of us have the same life, yet we're going to start judging ourselves by the same criteria, and to get so niche that we're looking at specific things. Now, I think we can generally say, let's find happiness, let's find productivity, let's work hard, so things like that. But as far as doing, I need to do something free and cool to be like somebody else, I would say, and I'm going to just say it, that would be more pride than is healthy. We can't let pride dictate us. We can't let that comparison and go, I find I'm lacking, so therefore I've got to run to catch up. No, don't do that. Don't, especially not now. This is such a great time to be able to just slow down and say, no, I'm not going to do it. I would be totally slowed down if I didn't have my fabric to finish, and this class I'm doing for our church group. Otherwise, I would just totally go slow. And I actually am going to slow, because I played a lot of Uno and a lot of made-up games and a lot of laughing and tickling and that kind of stuff. So enjoy the slow season. Enjoy it. Don't compare yourself. Be unproductive if you want. That's what I say. We're in transition right now. And I tell my kids all the time, transitions are hard. Don't stack up too many transitions at one time. So meaning, if you've come home from a job and you're not working, or you're working at home, you're learning how to work at home. Then likely your kids are home, so you're learning how to work at home with your kids at home. And then third, you got to entertain your kids or teach your kids, or make sure that their needs are met. So there's 3 transitions right there. Then you're not even talking money thoughts and money transitions, and you're not even talking, so then you got 4 transitions there. And I'm like, ideally I just want 1. That's me, I just want 1. But when you start stacking up 2 and 3 and 4, I don't know necessarily that's the time to add another thing like, oh, let's be productive and do an online class for kids every day. So, we are in charge of our lives, and we need to be smart about it. And we need to use our creativity and our creative mind to go, you know what? This is good for them, and this is good for me. And we can all be good in a good place, separately doing different things. Just a thing I was reading today, and depression and anxiety lower or can lower your creativity. So just know that. I'm sure some of us in this world might be a little depressed or have anxiety. No kidding. Worldwide pandemic. And I was also talking down about the fact that, it's one thing to have one industry affected on a large scale. It's quite different when you have several. So jobs, schools, airline, restaurants, and you start having that happen, and it's one thing to have it in a local level, a state level, but then when you have it at a worldwide level, yeah, there's a little anxiety going around. And it can lower our impulses to be creative. And like I said the other night, we really need that. So if you can incorporate that, if you can't, that's okay. Live on the creativity that you've done in the previously, but if you can, still add some creativity. So like this little thing from this gal coming is a fun little creative thing that I don't even have to do myself per se. I just get it in the mail, and it's a little happy mail. Do something little to be creative. And try to stay away from the electronics as much as possible, because as they were doing this research, findings about electronics, watching continually iPhones and those kinds of things hurt active play, so kids don't go out and play, we know that. And we didn't need a study for that one. But it stops deep reflection and deep thinking. So we don't think, so when we're in this crisis mode, this is the time, and none of us are at the same kind of crisis level, but it's not your normal. And so when we're in this kind of crisis mode, is the time we need to start thinking deeply. We need to think about what's most important. We need to think about what do the coming weeks and months look like. And we can, in little ways, just little bits right now. We don't have to rush that because we do have time. So we need to start having the opportunity to let our lives and brains think and be creative, so that it helps us with all those thinking things. One quote here, this gal, where'd her name go? I wrote her name on another piece of paper. She's known as Kay. Her last name is Lee. Yeah, I'll put it down there. But she was talking about the Torrance test. Torrance tests are creativity tests. They were started way, way back. And they used to try to test certain things, and then they've kind of evolved into being a creativity test. And I was saying about these test scores. Torrance test scores are really positively related to healthy mental status. If you are mentally healthy, then you are more creative, then you are more creative based. No. Okay, let me start that all over again. Torrance test scores are really positively related to healthy mental status. If you are mentally healthy, then you are more creative based on that research. Oh man, was that hard to come by. So what it's saying is that the test scores have showed that people who are creative are more mentally healthy. That's what it boils down to. And if anybody wants or needs mental health at this point in time, we all do. We all need that. And so if you don't have a regular practice of being creative, then now is the time to start a regular practice. And move it in slowly. Like I said, it doesn't have to be this huge thing, because if you're dealing with a lot of, obviously, I think yesterday we read a quote that even though you know you need humor and laughter, we resist it. So you might be resisting because you're feeling depressed and anxious. And so just do something fun. One of the reasons I love creativity so much is because it's so much fun. It can be fun. It's not like you need that spoonful of sugar to shove that medicine down. It's just fun if you're choosing things that connect with you. So that's why I say still try to get some creativity in and do that, because you're going to have so many good benefits from it. So I'm really surprised the videos lasted this long because we had such a tough time connecting in the beginning. So tell me your thoughts if you're doing any little creative practice that is helping you, then it might help somebody else. Also remember, don't compare your life to somebody else's. I cannot stress that enough. Every time I do that, I always can feel there's a slight difference in how I'm feeling about something. So I rarely do it, but sometimes I still do it, and it's like, whoa, girl, that's not what you want to do. And so I pull back and go, okay, what they're doing something, just enjoy and be happy for them. So that's one thing I do. And the other thing I do is just, what are my goals? I know myself really well. And so that really helps when I know myself well and what I really want from the deep reflection and those kinds of things. Then I go, okay, this doesn't really, it's not my lane. I'm in my lane. Don't like swerve over. Don't like try to take an exit when I don't. That's not my lane. I'm going somewhere. Stay in my lane. So I don't know exactly what to name this tip, just that if you have a name for this tip, go ahead and write it down for me. How about that? So I will, remember you have a creative heartbeat, so listen for it, use it, apply it, enjoy it, and I will be back tomorrow. And if you have a name for this one, put it in the comments. Thanks. Bye.